Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to the episode of Let's Build a City. Last episode we started on this factory, a sort of smaller factory in comparison to the ones on the other side. A nice space filler to fill up this dead space by the motorway here. It's not really big enough for anything else. I actually really like it, the shape that we've got it here, but I am going to extend a back sort of area onto it that goes all the way up to these poles, because I'm not going to be able to do anything else in this area. So I'd just like to fill that up over here. I might leave enough room for a little sort of mini access road to come down and around the building. I don't know yet. We'll figure that out. Let's get the main chunk of the building complete first. So what we need to do is grab some stairs, grab some slabs, and grab the full block, which is nether. As funny as that sounds. And we need to stick the roof on. Once we get the roof on, we can then work out maybe the sides where we want extra windows. Maybe we can fit a logo. Because people were saying, I like the idea of having a logo on the front. I do too, but I don't really know what I could fit in that area. Although it looks quite big, it is only, the logo space is literally 3 by 4, which is the size of the window there. You couldn't go any bigger than that because it'll just touch the sides and look weird. But down this side, I could have a sort of name or something on the side of this building. And that would work as well. Anyway, let's turn the shaders off. We'll think about that later on. What we need to do is get on. This is going to be... It's not really that easy of a roof to do, this one. Well, I think it will be easy. It'll just take a couple of sort of tries to get it going. So we want stairs going on here. The hardest part is going to be getting it to look smooth from the front, I think. I don't know. We might be able to do it. We go back into slabs. Bonus, because we're using slabs, it's actually quite a fast roof for the size of the building. If you imagine this was a house and we're using stairs for everything, it would be a real pain because they take ages to place down. Oops. That should have been a stair. The stairs. This will be a slab. But yeah, because they're slabs, they sort of go away a lot faster. It's a lot easier to do. Stairs go in here. See, I said that this was a small building. It is in comparison to those ones, but I mean, look at the inside of it. If we stand inside of this, it's huge. Like a lot of space, bigger than most sort of Minecraft bases, middle scale Minecraft bases. You know, certainly bigger than a starter home, but not quite as big as like a fleshed out Let's Play world. So we then see how we go from sort of a slight gradient into a sharper gradient. That's the look that I wanted to go for. That's why I designed it in this way. I really like that sort of feel for it. Oops. Slabs like that. So we sort of get this gradual. If I put the upside down ones in, it might be able to sort of be spotted a little bit easier. That one. I don't know how I'm going to do that top. Yep, let's think about that for a minute. Like, I don't want it to go up to a point. So, do we do something... Oh! I like that. That'll work. That'll look really cool. And then in the middle here... oh, it's a little bit tricky because of that. Maybe I'll just do something like this. And just go straight back like that. And it's just sort of like ringed on the top. That'll work really well. Let's do that. Let's give that a go. So, straight down here. What I'll do is I'll do this with you. Or I'll do this side with you. And then obviously the other side I'll do off camera because you've already seen it being done once. And then we'll build one of the 3... sort of loading bays, I don't know what we'd call them, together, and then I'll do the other 2 off camera. That way we just get like a load done this episode. It'll be a lot of progress achieved. So that goes like that, and then we fill all that in. Don't forget to put the upside down stairs on this side of the building. This is what you're going to see when you're going down the motorway, so it is quite important. So we'll do the other side. I'll do the other side off camera. Then this one is nice because it sits 1 block back, so we get this sort of drop down. And I think I'm going to have it like that as well. That's really cool how it goes into each other. That'll be a full block. Because it could be a stair, right? It could be an upside down stair. That would be correct if it was that part. But now that doesn't go right. And a slab means that we get this gap, so that's not right. So what you do is you put a full block, and then it's right for both parties. So then we have upside down stairs like this. Do I want to overhang it a little bit? Like put a full block? I probably do. I think I'll probably go with that. I think an upside down stair will look weird. Oh no, it sort of works. Upside down with a slab on top? No, that makes it look too tall. I like that. I think that works really well. And then let's just double check on this side, make sure that it all goes right on this side. We don't touch anything that we're not supposed to touch, or it looks like it's all good, doesn't it? Oops. That one. Did I put the upside down ones on here? I did. Okay, that's good. Let me just fill all that in then. It's a really easy roof from here, and I should be back. Alright, there we go. I made a couple of very slight modifications. The first one, it was like that. I added those in. I know it's not important, but I know you guys will get upset if I don't tell you. Like that? No. No, don't like it. And then the other slight modification I made was these two roofs only come down to there because they don't go into the flat section like it does here. So the roof only came down to this one. But if you remember, we had the full block here. It was like this. So that's what it was when I was last with you guys. But as you can see, it means that goes just a little bit down lower. Only half a block, but it just stood out to me a little bit. So what I prefer to do there is take those out and put two slabs in there. And that way, they're all perfectly on the same height. I think it just looks a little bit smarter. Do you know what I mean? Okay, let's put those on top of there. That gets all of that in. Like, I really like the lines on this building. Like, that is all, the grey ones are all in line. The sandstone are all in line. The orange is all in line. It's really, really nice. I think I'm going to go with iron doors. Like iron blocks as the doors on these. We just sort of fill them up. We'll bring them back here as well. So we probably will put the slabs back there as well, like I had originally. That one and that one. I think these just look big, beefy, and very warehouse shuttery. Like they've got that sort of texture on it, like the roller shutters. And the same with this one. Put a nice big one in here. Okay, and then I suppose we better fill the rest of the walls in, huh? It's probably something we should do. Just check this out from the front. Whoop, through the door. Yeah, it looks really strong, looks really beefy. It doesn't have quite as much embellishment as these buildings do. Because these buildings are a lot bigger. There's a lot more room that we can do to add like pillars and embossed parts and little things on the windows and stuff. There isn't too much more space apart from what we've got in here to be able to do any more of that. And I'm really happy on how this looks actually. I think it really blends into the area. Once we get the sort of front done with tarmac and a little bit of an entrance or a little fence or something, it'll really tie itself together. So, let's fill the rest of these in then. We want set, just to be safe, we'll do that instead of set. Always get worried with set. Could do something that I didn't quite expect to happen. Okay, if I do this, boom, we've got a very plain wall, right? So, do we try and go a little bit smart and try and add a little bit of depth in the size of the buildings? I think it's a smart idea too. I might even take this one out and bring that back. And then stairs. I'm really liking this sort of idea. Yeah, I really like that. I really like that. We'll go with that. Good. And then here, I don't need no windows on the side there. Oops, redo. Definitely don't need any windows there. And the same up here. I probably don't need anything there either. One more. Excellent. So we can't see anything else that we don't want, or anything we don't want to see. It just makes this part of the building just look a little bit more interesting. It's got the embellished hardened clay block like here. So it just, oops. So it sits one block further out. Just looks a little bit, there's something a little bit more to it. It's still blank, but it's a factory. What do you expect to get out of a factory? On the backs here, we'll do the same thing. So let's get the line across here first. I suppose we might as well do the back side, or the other side while we're here as well. While we're over here. We'll leave that all the way around. On this side, we just have a nice one block of brick. And then I think we just fill the rest of it in, don't we? So we do something like that and that. Oh, yeah. I like that. Very easy to do as well, isn't it? This one to that one. And I think this one is probably smarter to do by hand. Otherwise, we're going to end up world editing bricks through the roof and stuff. Because I'll make a silly mistake. Along that one. This one. So it goes up. And then it goes into the sort of thinner part. Do I want a window on the back here, like we have on the front? Is there any point? Am I going to be able to see it if I go up here? Like, what would the window look at? The window would literally look at the side of a bridge. No point doing it. It would be the worst window in history. Okay, I like that. Oh, and then we've got the sandstone. That goes around the bottom there. Oh, it's a long way. Oh, and I got those ones. I forgot about those ones. I like the sandstone on the bottom here because it really accentuates the sandstone that we've then got in all three buildings. It sort of shows that that's the sort of idea for these buildings to sort of look. I don't know why I always think sandstone looks like an old block. It just does to me. It looks like used, an old technology. That sort of feeling is what I get from it. So I'll just put these up there. I don't think there's anything complicated that we need to do with these parts. That one. That one. Okay. Oops. So I can only get out of the door now. There we go. So let's just do a quick fly round. I actually like the side of that building there. I think that looks really nice. On the back here. Oh, I see. We need brick stairs. This is why you always do a fly around. If I didn't catch that, I'd probably never have caught that, and it would have been like that forever, unless you guys mentioned it to me. I'm gonna take that one out. Yeah, that's what I done the other side, wasn't it? I remember last episode I had to put a brick in. Okay. That's upside down. The wrong way up. Even. Alright, so now that's all looking neat. I think we're pretty good. I really like that. I really like that. So, let's go on to the back here now. And, you know, I might leave I might leave this how it is, add some a door or two on the back here, and just have the same, exactly the same design. So let's leave 5 blocks for a car to be able to get through. And then using the same, so it'll be like that, and then sandstone, and then probably a brick there, because we'll have the roof. We just sort of do maybe 2 buildings of different sizes, so we have that one, and then to there, and then I leave like a little gap for like a little tiny alleyway or something like that, and then this one just goes until it's in line with that one, 1 block short. So that's in line with that one. That should be in line with that one. It's just a small, I don't know, storage on the back. But again, it is filling up space that we want to fill up. And having 2 sort of separately sized buildings just makes it a little bit more interesting. Like that. Okay. Now, height-wise, we need to remember that we've got a roof to go on here. We'll probably just go with a flat roof, so that's going to be the height of these little storage warehouses. Awesome. I would really like to try and get the hardened clay into these as well, but we're below the hardened clay height. I would really like to try and get them in somewhere though. Maybe we just put them on lower. We just do it anyway, sort of thing. We'll have to see. So let's start off with the smaller of the 2. Because if you get the smaller one right, the bigger one is just the same but just scaled up. So we want to have bricks all in here. I do that so I can just quickly bang this out. How about that? Hey, that's some forward thinking there, wasn't it? You ever seen it so quick before? We want to have a door in there like that. Bricks just go down there to fill that bit up. Ow, hit my elbow. Do I want like a window? You know what I might do is I might do iron bars, so these are sort of protected, so they are sort of windows, but they've got those iron bars in front of it. You know, the windows that I'm talking about in real life. They're not. It's not a prison. It's just like those iron bars that go in front of the glass. In fact, should I just do it in front of the glass? Do I go? Are these going to join up in a weird way that I'm not going to like? So I'm thinking like that. And then I'm thinking, see, that's the sort of thing that I want. They don't join up too weird. If I went one wide, it just looks like it's... See, that looks weird then, doesn't it? I sort of like it like that. That gives the idea of what I want over the front of them. There's a lot of windows like that around near me. Yeah, like that. I don't think we only need a window on the front. We're never going to really see the backs of these. There's no point doing anything on them. And then can I put in, or do I just cap it off with orange? I think that's what we'll do. We top it off with the hardened clay, with the orange colour. And then we just put a nice sort of slabbed texture on the inside. So we want to get something like that one. Oops. I could do this very, very quickly. There to there. Replace with 44.6. Ta-da. Okay, that one to that one. Clay 172. Replace brick with 172. Replace air with 44.6. And then do my interior trick here. Do the bottom corner, the top corner, the bottom corner and the top corner. Left click, right click. Set brick. Left click, right click, left click. And then I might put two doors on this one. So I want 2 windows like that. So that's going to be 1 block from the side. So that's a 3. And then... do I have 2 blocks before that? I did, yeah. 2 blocks to the door. And then... how many was it on the side of this one? 2 again. So I'm going to start this side. And I put another door in here. 2 blocks. And then the window. Full block. Don't worry about the inside having all these weird holes and stuff. Maybe one day we'll get around to doing interior, but on this series I really don't care about interiors. It's way too big of a project to do interiors with a single person. Imagine if we'd done an interior to every single building on this world like we do in the medieval city world. The city would be a quarter of the size of this, of what it is. Quarter of the amount of buildings would actually be done. It looks so empty still, which would suck. Slab. Oh, I've already got them on me. Nope, not that one. Maybe slab this one. That's better. So I think that's going to be our sort of final touch on these buildings. And then down this one. So next episode we'll be here again. We'll just finish off here. I don't know, maybe it'll be a short episode, or maybe we'll do half of it on this and half of it on something else. But we need to start a new project or something like that. We need to get down the ground. We need to have sort of some bins. I suppose there's quite a lot to do. We need like a little alleyway. We need some bins. We need some back door entrances here. Maybe some staircases or something like that. Scaffolding ones sort of going up. Little alleyway sort of going down the middle. Maybe we have the sort of road that goes down here. And then this goes to the backyard sort of car park for the workers and stuff. So it actually goes down a long driveway instead of just off the road. Oh, I burped. Sorry. Instead of like a little driveway and a turn off the road here, maybe it goes into a private car park that is only access to a really long hallway. Might even be able to put one of the, where are they? Those. The red barriers in front of here. That would be cool with a little hut, guard's hut or something like that on there. And then I think this will be a little road that goes down. I might just join straight up to that road. It looks almost... is that perfectly in line? So that's in the middle of the 3. It is. It's bang in line with that one. That's crazy. What on earth has gone on here? Huh? Was that always like that? Oh, there's one more. Has that always been there? Maybe. That's weird. That's cool. That's dead in line. That makes it really nice and central. Okay, that's gonna do it, guys. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. We'll see you in the next episode.